Hey y'all, so today we'll be talking about foundation crochet stitches. I'm going to talk about single, half double, and double crochet. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright, foundation crochet stitches. These are my absolute favorite. It goes so much quicker than working into a normal chain, especially when you're doing things like blankets and garments. Those chains can start to get really long. And the foundation crochet stitches allow you to do the chain as well as the first row of stitches all at the same time. So you can knock them out at the same time, and that is awesome. It also gives a little bit of stretch, if you can see that there, to your projects. Working a regular chain can get a bit stiff when you're working, but this allows you to have a little stretch in your project, and that is especially great for garments, because who wants a stiff piece of clothing, right? And this can be done in single crochet, half double crochet, and double crochet. So you can, any of your basic stitches, you can pretty much do this with. So let's go ahead and jump into the single crochet, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so we're gonna start with the single crochet foundation chain. Go ahead and make your slip knot. And there are just a couple of chains. Chain 2. And you're gonna insert your hook in the first chain you created or the second chain from the hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop. You should now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through just 1 loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Now the reason why we pull through just the 1 loop the first time is that creates a chain at the bottom of your work that you're going to work in to help build up your foundation chain. So at the bottom, there are 2 loops, and you're going to insert your hook right underneath those 2 loops. You can see them there. All right, so yarn over, you're going to pull up a loop. Now you have 2 loops on your hook again, and you're going to do the exact same thing. Yarn over, pull through 1, that creates your next chain, and yarn over, pull through 2, and that creates your next single crochet. So now at this point you should have 2 single crochets, and you can see at the top that you have the V that you would normally have when you're working just regular stitches. Okay. So you just want to continue that to build up your chain. Again, go into the very bottom. Make sure there are 2 loops on top every time you do this, otherwise it's not going to look right. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2. And you just keep doing this for your desired number of stitches. And once you have a few stitches, you can see it just a little clearer. So you can now see how the stitches go across, and you can also see the stretch that I was talking about. So just to work into it, all you would do is chain 1 just like you normally would. Turn your work, and you would just do a normal single crochet into that very first stitch just like you normally would. Just like a normal thing. So let's move on to the half double crochet. The half double crochet foundation chain is basically the same thing with just 1 extra step, just like a normal half double crochet. Right. So it starts off the same, just chain up 2. And instead of going right into the second chain, you're going to yarn over and insert your hook into that second chain from the hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop, You should now have 3 loops on your hook here. Right, so you're going to yarn over, same like the single crochet, pull through 1. Now you should have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3. That creates your half double crochet. And you can see it's just a tad bit bigger than what the single crochet was. So just one more time, yarn over, insert your hook, same thing into those 2 loops at the bottom, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3. Yarn over, bottom 2 loops, yarn over, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through all 3. And that's a half double crochet. Not much difference, right? And I bet you can guess how the double crochet will go. Let's check it out. All right, and now we're finally at the double crochet foundation chain. Go ahead and make your slip knot and put it on your hook. Now you can start this the exact same way with the chain 2, but I like to chain 3 and actually count that as a stitch in my stitch count at the end. But this part is totally up to you. If you prefer to have all regular stitches and not have chains as a stitch, you can just chain 2 and then work up normally. Or you can follow along with me, chain up 3, and I'll show you how I include my chain 3 in my stitch count at the end. All right, so I'm gonna chain up 3. Just like a regular double crochet, yarn over. And this time we're gonna go into the 3rd chain from the hook, or that very first chain that you created. Go ahead and draw up a loop. And like with the other 2 foundation chains, you yarn over, go through 1 loop. That creates that chain 1. Remember to always have that chain 1 there. All right? Gonna yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the other 2. That creates your first double crochet, or your second if you choose to use the chain 3 as a stitch, right? Yarn over, find those 2 loops on the bottom, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go through the first for that chain 1, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through the other 2, and now you have another double crochet. And you just want to keep going along the row. This gets so much easier as you practice. At first, finding those 2 loops on the bottom can be a bit fiddly, but as you keep going, it'll be easier and easier to find where you need to go, and you'll start flying through these things. And just to show you what I meant about the chain 3, right now I've worked 4 double crochet actual stitches using the foundation stitch. But as you can see, I still have this part right here. Still just kind of sitting there. And I like to actually count that as a stitch. That's that chain 3 that I created in the beginning. So as you can see, it kind of fits in with everything. So again, it's totally your choice. You can chain 2 and just do it how you normally would do it with the other foundation stitches, or you can chain up 3 for the double crochet only, and it could actually count as one of your stitches, and that's totally up to you. All right, so just a couple more times. Yarn over, Find those 2 chains on the bottom. Pull up a loop. Yarn over, do that chain 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull through 2. And if you know your basic stitches, there shouldn't be any problem with actually, you know, figuring out how to make the stitch part. As long as you do the chain 1 and you do your normal stitch, this should come out right. All right guys, and these are our foundation crochet stitches. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, definitely like this video and feel free to subscribe so you don't miss anything else. And I'll see you next time.